So you're an adult now. Congratulations.
Here's how to not waste your money.
By the end of this video, you'll have 7 categories to watch out for to adult successfully without wasting your money. So I think it's the minimalists that said that we work at a job that we hate so that we can buy things that we don't need to impress people that we don't like.
So impressing people seems baked into society, right? Advertising pushes us that direction. You need this to appear a certain way to other people. And it's really a trap almost everyone falls into, even ourselves included at times. And this, I think, is kind of the overarching idea of a lot of these things we'll cover. But if you can remove yourself from trying to impress other people and just buy things that really bring you joy, do things that are true to yourself, you'll save a lot of money in the process.
So number 1 is going out to eat a lot. And obviously, being an extrovert like myself, going out to eat and being social is important. But we've learned how to be social in ways that align with our values and fit in with the goals that we're trying to reach. So that means organizing social events outside, going hiking, inviting people over to our house to eat dinner there, and saving money that way and not giving into we have to go out to eat to socialize.
The second category is going out to happy hour all the time. And this is something that is absolutely adulting. So I remember when I first got my job, I'm going from broke college student to full-time employee. I'm like, what are all these numbers in my bank account? And I went out to celebrate a lot with my friends after work and on the weekends. So it really added up quick. Turns out drinks are not cheap most everywhere in the country, but especially if you live in a city. It's pretty easy to hit a $100 bar tab in a night before you're going home. So like Alli mentioned in the last one, we really just kind of shifted that, having people over to our house. If you do like to drink, nothing wrong with that. Have some beers and some liquor at your house, and you can have just as fun of a party, if not better, at your own house as you can at the bar.
And you don't have to worry about driving or Ubering places.
Definitely.
So number 3 is buying nice clothes. So I know I love clothes, and I was a Stitch Fix junkie. I used to get an order of clothes every single month for $150. And I was just doing that because I felt like I have a big girl job now. I need to dress the part. When I stopped doing that, I realized that that's all bullshit and that no one cares what you look like. I mean, to a point. Obviously, if you look like homeless, they might be like, oh, okay, maybe she needs to brush her hair. But I ended up wearing the same pants to work most days of the week, and no one ever noticed. And who cares if they notice? They're the most comfortable, best pants ever. And I loved wearing them. And so, yeah, I think buying into the fact that we have to always have nice clothes is bullshit.
I like that. Run a test. Wear the same pants for 1 week. Let us know in the comments how it went. The 4th thing is gadgets. And I'm a total gadget junkie. I love technology. I found myself buying a lot of stuff because I thought it was neat, even though I may not really use it that much. For instance, when we were in the van, we bought a drone from someone who had it and used it twice. That's something I would do. We actually used the drone to shoot some of these videos that I'm sure you've watched. But buying things because they're cool and not necessarily useful is a good waste of money.
Mm-hmm. You don't need that new Apple Watch or that new iPhone. The phone you have now works just great.
Something we've done to kind of save money on some of our gadgets is we just buy a model or 2-year-old. So the camera we're filming this on is a Sony Alpha 6000. We bought that when the 6500s were out, and it was a lot cheaper. And there's a lot of resources online. All that stuff's already been developed. So it was really handy to jump in and start using it and get the most out of it. Mm-hmm. So you can do that with just about anything. Obviously look and see if the new ones are really worth the money. But most of the time, tech only makes small incremental jumps, right? So the 2 models back isn't, exponentially worse than the one you can buy now, but it is exponentially cheaper.
Number 5 is taking expensive vacations. And this is so hard in the age of Instagram when you see everyone going off to Thailand and, Europe all the time. And we are huge travel geeks. And so we do still spend a lot of money on travel, but we've found ways to optimize our travel. We'll link in the comments below our blog post on how we spent 10 days in Cozumel, Mexico for $800 each. And so, we have really found ways to optimize our expenses traveling. We've also really enjoyed just traveling more locally. Camping out, obviously taking the van and going places that are nearby is a lot cheaper than buying that transatlantic flight. And we live in America and it's so beautiful here and there's so much we still haven't even discovered that just appreciating what we have at home has also given us a newfound love and respect for our country.
So the sixth category is buying a house. And now buying a house is like the most adult thing you can do, right? It's like the American dream. But in a lot of cases, people get themselves into trouble buying a house. Either they're not ready financially for it, other expenses come up when you own a house that you might not expect. A lot of things can go into it. If you want to know how to buy a house super smart, check out our video that we just dropped on how to house hack and drop your housing expenses to zero.
How we save an extra $20K a year on our housing. So the last and final one is buying a new car. And I know this is Matt's a huge car geek, so I'm actually going to let him talk about this one.
I am. I love cars. I'm kind of a motorhead. So I would spend a lot of money building a race car and stuff like that, which I would break a lot. It would be a money pit, which racing is. But a lot of people feel like they need to buy a new car. They want something, with all the tech and gadgets. Go back to gadgets point. And they need something really reliable. So cars are super reliable now. Most are going over 150, 200,000 miles with pretty minimal repairs. So I don't think you need a 2018 model in order to have a reliable car for the next 3 or 4 years. So what we've done is we buy cars that are maybe 10 years old. 7 to 10 years seems to be a sweet spot. The cars can still have less than 100,000 miles on them. They're still super reliable. They look good. They're usually in good condition. And they cost like a third or a quarter of what a new car would cost. So we've done that, driven some of those cars for 3 to 5 years even. And then when you sell it and trade up to another 7-year-old car, you save so much money doing it that way.
So if you do all of these things, you're obviously going to save a ton of money. And how we have slowly decreased all of these expenses is through our monthly and weekly money check-ins. And we linked in the comments below our checklist of everything we do every week and every month. It just takes 10 minutes a week and you'll be on your way to achieving your financial goals.
So definitely check that out. If you like this video and you like topics like money, minimalism, and travel, make sure to subscribe and hit the little bell so you're notified every Wednesday when new videos come out. Hey y'all, Matt and Alli here. Oh, hey y'all.
Hey y'all.
Hey y'all. Sounds like hey y'all. Hey y'all.